What's going on, y'all? If you are serious about building a business, building a media company, this conversation right here might change the way you think about money forever. All right. So I'm Ryan, founder of Level Up in NYC. We are New York City's #1 networking and career advancement platform for ambitious professionals. And we have a very, very special guest here who we are super excited to have to really just talk about leveling up in both business, media, and also talking about his personal journey as well. All right. So we just played you a clip of him talking about how to level up and why leveling up is important. And so I just want to introduce our guest, Mr. Brendan Boyd.
What up, bro? Appreciate you for having me, man.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
excited to be back in the city. I feel like every time I'm in New York, bro, we making magic.
Man, it's a unique place, man. But I've been following you and your content for a long time, man. So it's an honor to even be in the same room with you. But I just want to ask you real quick, man. Where are you based at right now? And just tell us a little bit about yourself and about your background.
I'm in Miami right now. I'm originally from Boston, and Miami's a magical place too.
Word.
You know, like there's a lot of things happening in Miami right now. I feel like if anyone's been in the same city that they grew up in, and they're a little older now, whatever the case may be, they got maybe 20, 30, 40 years, 50 years on their back in the same city, they got to level up and move, bro. You got to level up and move. And I think Miami's a great place to visit. If you're looking for inspiration, motivation, if you're looking to be in a city, in an environment that's going to force you to level up, I'm talking about mentally, level up financially, even spiritually, and just be in a room of people that are always going to the next level, Miami's a great place. Because think about this, bro. The Heat played downtown. Right next to where the Heat played downtown, you got like Sergey Brin bringing his mega yacht.
Word.
And then the mega yacht's just chilling for like weeks.
Word.
Imagine you just go running or you just go cycling and you see a mega yacht.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like $200 million or something. And there's multiple, or you see exotics and supercars every day like Hondas. Even if that's not your goal, if that's not your desire, that's in your frequency. It looks attainable. It's like, damn, there's a bunch of Ferraris, there's a bunch of Lambos, there's a bunch of Porsches. Like, but when I'm in this environment, so that means I can do it too. So even if you never thought you could do it at home, now it forces you to think that, damn, this is commonplace.
Absolutely.
This is regular. Oh, they just yachts outside? They just chilling? They just parked.
Right.
Okay. So it forces you to level up. And right now, it's a great city to be in. I think it's like the networking capital. Business is really popping in. International city. And then obviously the weather's good.
That's what's up, man. No, everything you said resonates, bro. I think, a lot of our mission with Level Up in NYC is to help young professionals really see other people who are achieving at a high level,
Right.
get in rooms with those people, and then also connect with those people, even virtually like yourself. And I can say the same thing, man. I'm from a small city, Saginaw, Michigan, 40, 50,000 people. So, I've been in New York 8.5 years now. And anytime I'm in Miami or just being here, it really raises the level of like what you even think is possible for yourself. And so I appreciate you dropping those gems, man. So one question I have for you is, we connected because you actually have an event coming up in New York City.
Yeah.
We share the city's best events. So every single week we're sharing anywhere from 100 to 150 upcoming conferences, summits,
That's
industry
fine. I
mixers.
don't even know how you even get that information, bro.
Man, it's a combination, man. We have a event submission form on our website.
That's dope.
So, event producers,
helps out.
entrepreneurs, that helps. But we also we try to put ourselves in those spaces, those networks, so we can kind of learn about what's going on that may not be as public, that may not be as known, so we can put people on. But heard about your event, man. You have a Podcast to Cash tour coming up in the city. So definitely want to hear more about like what that's about, and then I want to hear more about what led up to that.
Well, Ryan, it's America's #1 health, wealth, and media tour.
Word.
That's #1, right? So not only are they going to learn about how to monetize media, like how to leverage podcasting, right? How to make more money. They're going to learn how to structure their business, right? They're going to learn how to get access to capital. They're going to learn how to maintain and improve the capital that's in themselves, like health, right? So if you want to make $1 million or if you want to go to the next level in your finances or in your life, you can't do that if your health ain't there. Right, so we're gonna be covering that information as well. I feel like the information is symbiotic. Like all of it kind of goes together. You know what I mean? If I had access to this information that we're taking on tour, when I was younger, my life would have been different a long time ago. So everybody that goes to the tour that impacted, we got a lot of rave reviews. We got great testimonials. People's lives have changed. And this is the thing. We challenge you in the tour. This ain't just to sit back and enjoy it. Nah, we're giving you a pen. We're giving you a notebook. We're calling you out. We're letting you answer questions live. You know what I'm saying? We're really making sure you leave that room different. So I think that's what's different about what we do as far as producing this event versus like other events I've been to.
Dope, man. Well, let's take a step back, man, and I would love to hear about how you kind of got into the media space. Like, what did your journey look like to enter that world?
It depends on how far back you want to go.
Let's take it all the way back, man.
Yeah. All right, so if we're taking it all the way back, and I'm gonna compress it, as much as possible. I was in college. I was playing basketball. I saw that the city I'm from, Boston, the only leagues they had went up to like 19. After 19, they had a city league, right? After 19, there was no men's basketball league. So back then, I just used my creativity, inspired by Rucker Park, New York. I was like, you know what? I need to make a men's league in the city, summertime, so the best athletes in the city can hoop. So that's the first thing that I did. So I was running the league, playing in the league, marketing the league, doing sales, you know what I'm saying, doing promotions, capturing sponsorships. I was doing all of that. So that was one of my first businesses. That segue led me to obviously learning more about business, marketing, and all that, communications, closing deals early. But also led me to meeting one of my business partners, Next, right? And we actually took selling T-shirts out of his trunk and my trunk into a 7-figure fashion streetwear brand for about 10 years. And we had production out of China and production out of Canada. And we sold in over 100 retailers worldwide, about 8 of them in different countries. And the rest of them was just online, and then small box and medium box retailers in the States. And bro, if I could be honest, outside of like celebrities and athletes and like us being on ESPN with the clothes because athletes wore it, or being in Complex because of Chance the Rapper or Kendrick or the late great Mac Miller, or even Wiz Khalifa, even The Weeknd. See, before The Weeknd was wearing high fashion, he wore colors, and our brand was one of the brands that he used to wear a lot. Before all of that, bro, to be very transparent, I could have been a billionaire.
Word.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Right? And I don't want this to be like, oh, he's pontificating or like he's putting on. No. 2 black guys in Boston developed a fashion architect that changed the fashion world. This was even before Kanye. And what that was the jogger sweat. So if you know what joggers are, right?
Oh yeah, joggers. Yeah.
What are joggers? How would you describe a jogger?
I would describe a jogger as, it's something you can wear out and it's fashionable, but it's comfortable, and it's like almost a cross between jogging pants and like just comfortable pants. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right, that's pretty cool. So basically, what a jogger is essentially a sweatpants, but it has a ribbing at the bottom. Like think about a sweatshirt with the cuff.
Yeah.
So back then there was only flare sweatpants or straight leg sweatpants. So we used to sell our products at a brand called Karmaloop, and we sat down with the men's buyer because we shared the same office at the time. And he was like, "Yo, we got a fire set up for like men's footwear coming out." And I forget what year it was. I have to go back. I think it might have been like 2014 or something. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. And he was like, "Yo, if you guys can come up with a concept that will let the shoes pop, I think trending, it would do really well." So we went to the office, and literally what we did was we cut the ribbing off a sweatpant, and we safety pinned it to the bottom of a sweatpant.
Okay.
Well, off a sweatshirt, and then we safety pinned it on the bottom of sweatpant. And then we just put on the shoes on. And we was like, yo, that's crazy. Like, you could see the whole shoe. See, prior to that, it was just like, you couldn't see the shoe because the sweatband covered the tongue and it went down or flared, right?
Right.
So now your shoe pops. You can see the whole shoe and it's clean, you know what I'm saying? So we didn't know nothing about a mechanical patent. And again, this is why the tour is so important. We didn't know about coaching, mentorship. There was no ChatGPT. That AI, if there was AI back then, it wasn't as accessible now. Yahoo was popping. So it wasn't like Google was really like the go-to at that time. Right. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a coach or mentor, neither did my business partner. Matter of fact, we argued about having a business manager. I was trying to get one. He wasn't trying to spend the money. Okay. So long story short, we blew the bag, bro. We didn't know about a mechanical patent. So all we did was just release that, just like we was releasing a T-shirt. We didn't know that we was changing fashion, that we were making an innovation that Victoria's Secrets, Target, Walmart, you know what I'm saying? Like all these brands would now adopt as part of their regular rollout.
Almost like intellectual property almost.
100%. So guess how much revenue we would have been making on that residually? Sheesh. 100%. So yeah, I would have been a billionaire. Wow. Him and I just off of that. Just that one contribution. So we did contribute that in fact to fashion, but we didn't know that we needed to, you know what? Create a trademark, create a mechanical patent, and really just start licensing out the IP.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Yeah.
So after that, you know, him and I, we end up separating. We had a nice run with the clothing company, about 10 years. I got into real estate because my lifestyle was a certain way. I prayed to God and said, God, show me an idea to keep my lifestyle the same way or greater. He showed me real estate. Monopoly was my favorite game when I was young. Just made sense. Started doing residential real estate. Did residential real estate for 8 years in Massachusetts and also in California. But in 2018, a friend of mine was like, you know what? Your life is interesting. You should start vlogging. I'm like, bro, what you talking about? He was like, yo, this dude Casey Nasdaq. Yo, you should watch him on YouTube and then just start vlogging. So I'm like, all right, I like challenges. I'm like, all right, bro, let's just go to Best Buy. I got a camera. I started vlogging. So I started vlogging even back on my YouTube. It's probably like 10 episodes of me vlogging. But I'm still a realtor at the time. So while I'm vlogging, I'm trying to get deals done. So now I'm trying to have conversations, or I'm trying to connect with people that are like higher net worth or brokers of different, you know, brokerages and stuff like that. And I'm getting people saying, no, I can't get get the meetings, whatever. But something just told me to say, yo, ask them if they be interested in being interviewed on your YouTube show, which I didn't have at the time. But I started using that as a way for me to get relationships. Gotcha. And it was like, yes. Everybody kept saying, yeah. So now I'm like, it's something to this, but it ain't a podcast yet. It's just interviews on YouTube. I moved to LA. I'm driving up Sunset, and then something just dawns on me. Like, yo, this is a podcast. Right? So boom. Then I started releasing it. I changed the name. It was just, you know, I just was interviewing. I gave it a name, On the Pursuit Podcast. And then I just started releasing the audios and the videos, you know what I'm saying, on obviously the audio platforms, and then YouTube are branded. I stopped doing real estate because I felt like the money could come faster. I just didn't know how fast the money could come. But I knew this ain't fast enough for me. And then I just started to get mentorship. I got coaching on mindset first. I spent 5 bands to level my mindset with this coach back in the day. It was called Wake Up Wealthy. I didn't have the 5 bands, but I figured it out. And then my next coach was Neo, and I got Neo through my guy Dion Coopwood, who invited me to an event that Neo was having, and that event changed my life. Wow. Yeah. So that's the antithesis of how it all started, and then from there I was like, well, podcasters don't know how to make bread, but I know how to make money just based off going to these events and actually investing in mentorship. I can take what I learned right here and I can put it in this industry, and then that's when I started snapping and tapping. Wow,
that's powerful, man. Because in our community we have a lot of people from across different industries, and I think that some people might think, well, you know, podcasting media might not really fit my niche or my space, but you were in real estate and you kind of transitioned into doing something else. So, what would you say to somebody who thinks that podcasting might not necessarily fit the thing that they do or the niche that they do?
Ryan, if that's what they think, bro, they need to unsubscribe from Level Up.
Gotcha.
You can't level up in your business without having a media department.
Word.
Go to Gary Vee right now. Go to Alex Hormozi right now. Matter of fact, go to Dave Ramsey. Because Dave Ramsey has a over $300 million brand.
Sheesh.
You know what he does all day? He podcasts. He podcasts, live streams, and answer questions about how he can help people in debt. Every business needs a media department if they want to level up.
That's real.
And if you're not leveling up with media, then you're behind. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. All a business owner has to do is leverage media by what are the questions they're answering every single day from the client or the prospect that they want to help. Put it in media. Now you got content that they can digest that's going to direct them back to working with you because you're answering the same questions every day to different people, but you're not using no leverage.
Word.
So if you're going on YouTube and searching for something, or if you're going on YouTube or Google and searching for something, don't you think their client or prospect is doing the same thing? So if they can't find you, that means you don't exist, which means you don't make more money.
Gotcha.
And people don't buy right away. But if they can consume your content, they're going to know, like, trust you, and then want to buy from you versus the other person. That's how they can leverage media. So they can't level up without that. They need it. It's 2020. I mean, we're going into 2027 right now, basically. So you got to have a media department.
Word. So for you, from your perspective, you mentioned, businesses being able to leverage podcasting to actually make money. But if somebody just started out, what would you say is the first or the quickest way to make like $1,000 from podcasting, like pure podcasting?
All right, can I give them some game real quick?
Please do.
So why 1,000? I'm gonna teach y'all how to make 25,000.
Word.
And not even from a podcast. Why don't we just do it from the phone? See, what people don't understand is that a podcast is just a style. We're talking about media, right? So long form content, short form content, audio, YouTube is media, right? You're documenting, you're capturing. So what I'm saying is, why commit to doing a podcast when you probably don't even have the discipline to do a podcast? Why don't we just pull our phones out, get a tripod, and do vertical interviews? If you can do 100 vertical interviews and charge $500 for 50 of them, that's $25,000. Why would somebody do that? Why would they pay me $500? Because the first 50 you're gonna do for free. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you did 50 level up interviews on the street with your phone for free, and you started posting them on the level up platform, people are gonna come to you and be like, yo, can I get an interview? What do you say, Ryan? Oh yeah, it's only gonna be $500. So then the next 50 you do, you charge $500. Now you just made $25,000. Why would they pay you that? Because you created 50 free videos that create social proof. You're the person that does the thing. So why would I rent a studio, get heavy equipment, search for guests, then worry about having to edit all of that and post all of that when all I gotta do is use my phone, get a mic, a tripod, possibly a light, and then just go outside and interview people in my industry or find a nice little niche that people are interested in and just interview them. You're gonna attract people that want to be interviewed. Especially if you're targeting business owners.
Yeah.
This is the information they're gonna get on the tour, bro. I just showed you how to make 25 bands. I just showed y'all how to make 25 bands. It took me less than 3 minutes to do it.
Right.
But are you gonna do it?
That's the question, yeah, man.
So this phone, how much phone? I mean, how much is your service per month?
I don't know, 150 something.
Okay, so you pay $150 per month. I just showed you I made 25,000. How long do you think it would take you to make 100 to do 100 interviews?
Sheesh, 100 interviews. I mean, if you hustling and you kind of batch them back to back, you could probably do that in a few days, depending on who you talk to. Yeah.
And think about that. If they go to one of your events, how many people at one of your events?
We had about 300 at the last one.
Okay, cool. So even if they're just chilling, and let's say there's 25 high level people, they get all 25 of those, and they just interview another 25 just people that are in the crowd about what's going on in the room. That's 50. You just did half the work. Wow. Now just drop content every day, and now the other 50 you charge.
Sheesh.
So it costs you $150. Let's say it took you 3 months. That's $450 you paying for your phone. You just made $25,000. That's a crazy return.
Wow.
That's podcasting. That's media. You're using your phone. See, people got it backwards. They think I got to go to the studio. I got to rent. I got to get an engineer. I need production. That's the things that stop people from actually doing the thing. Because they think it has to be so big and major. Nah, bro, just pull your phone out. Because vertical interviews is popping.
They are. Yeah, I follow at least a good 20, 30 accounts that have blown up.
And you know, School of Hard Knocks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right?
They might be the biggest one in the
Right.
game.
What's he doing? Vertical interviews. How
Yeah.
long are the interviews? A minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
What we talking about? American Income, same thing.
Mm-hmm. I just followed him. Matter of fact, I think I saw either you or somebody posted his page and just followed him. But yeah, them and the other one, Salary Transparent Street.
Right.
Yeah.
Same thing. Or the dude out here that be asking people about being confident. He like, what makes you confident? It's
wow.
I think it's called Confident Heist. He just interviews people in New York.
Wow.
He asks them same question. So what makes you confident? You know, I hit him up, right? Guess how much you charge for an interview?
How much?
$10K.
Sheesh.
$10K for the
Goodness.
virtual on the street joint.
Straight up. I mean, does he have his following? Got to be
His
at millions,
following's up.
I would imagine.
Yeah, but that's
Still.
what I'm saying. You start at like 500.
Wow.
But just imagine, you start off at 500, you grow your audience.
Mm-hmm.
You can get paid $10K for 2 minutes on the street, and you
crazy.
edit it on your phone with an app, and you post it the same day.
It's crazy.
And your girl wants that bag. You go get the bag, bro. You know what I'm saying? You want to
that's
take a
crazy.
vacation, do an interview real quick. Boom, vacation done.
That's crazy, man. So what would you say? I mean, we just talked about people who are, making a killing doing street interviews,
Right.
but some people might say, it's going to take me forever to build that kind of audience. I don't have that type of audience. What would you say is what's the biggest like misconception when it comes to like building an audience and then monetizing later?
So the biggest conception about building an audience and thinking that you need an audience before you build it. Think about it. The same reason why people don't go on certain platforms because they think that, oh, it's a small audience.
Gotcha.
But let's take that small audience and put it in the context of a real room. If you got 50 people in this room right now, is this room packed?
That's a lot of people.
Right. Am I going to discount those people? Like, I can't get no value or I can't make no money in a room of 50 people? Definitely not. So with a podcast, right, two things is true. Number one, those are 50 real people. So if I get my message out there, that content can resonate with those 50 people. But this is the thing. The room, if there was 50 people in here, this room, we can't add more people in this room tomorrow. It's done. That podcast can get more views, more downloads, more streams. You can extrapolate them digital assets and reproduce the content. I didn't say nothing about having an audience to make money. I said take your phone out and do 50 interviews. That creates social proof. See, people want to get rewarded for not doing the work. But if you do the work, I don't care that you got this amount of views. I care that you can get it, that you do the interviews because I want to interview and I'm an entrepreneur or I'm a business owner and I know how valuable that interview is to me. I know how that can make me make money. I know how that can create like, trust. I know that can show me as the authority or the expert in my space. I'm going to pay you $500 for that because my offer might be $2,000. So why would I scoff at paying you $500 when I can get multiple 2,000s from the content that we about to create together?
Word.
And then your audience gets to know me because we collaborate. Come on, bro. It's not about having the audience. It's about building the audience every single day. And another thing what people don't do, they don't have a mechanism to collect data. Right? So they put out content, but they're putting out content that's not attracting people. And then when they do attract people, they don't have a call to action.
Gotcha.
That call to action doesn't trigger data collection. So they can't add them to their CRM by giving them a lead magnet or something of value. And then they can't monetize because they don't have the data. And then they say, oh, I can't make money because the audience was small. You wasn't set up right.
Man, that's some good game. So like, what would you say is the most important thing to do to set up to build an audience? Because we have a newsletter.
Discipline.
What would you say is the way to capture that information?
All right, let me ask you this. You're in New York, so I know New York, y'all got a bunch of everything. Do you know a block that you pass every single day or pretty often that there's a homeless person? And you probably know the homeless person from being on that block. What does that homeless person got that most entrepreneurs don't have?
That's a great question. They know the space they're in. They know the area. I don't know.
Discipline, consistency, and they know where people are going to be at. So if I know my audience is on Instagram and I show up every day at 8 a.m. and do a live, what's going to happen? Oh, they're going to know that Brendan shows up every day on Instagram and does a live. Just like you know that homeless person might be on that block every single day at that time with a message.
Word.
right? Back in the day, me and my boy used to call it message traffic cup, right?
Okay.
He's on a block with his traffic.
Word.
He got a message, and he has a way to collect money.
Wow. Okay.
So the homeless person knows something that most entrepreneurs ain't willing to do, and that's discipline and consistency, because their back's against the wall, and they know if they don't show up consistently, they're not gonna get paid.
Wow. So discipline, consistency, and a cup.
Discipline, consistency, and a way to receive the money.
Wow.
So you don't go to where the audience is per se. You go where the traffic is, but you earn audience with discipline and consistency, and you giving value.
Word.
But people like, oh, I can't be Casanat. His audience is too big, yo. But Casanat was grinding, doing streams every day for hella hours. People don't want to do that work. They just want to go where he's at now. They don't want to stream all day. They don't want to learn what to do. They don't want to go to the Podcast at Cast Tour, but they want the results of it. You know, the Podcast at Cast Tour came from me doing a podcast?
Word. So it started from your own podcast.
Bro, this is the thing. I'm an innovator in this space. And those that don't know me, they about to know. I'm an innovator. Listen, I can call this girl right now. She's a podcaster. Her name is Natasha Graziosi. Natasha Graziosi. I recently helped her make $20K with her podcast by giving her an idea to generate more revenue by taking her podcast and packaging it as an experience.
Okay. And what did all that entail? Like,
so she got a podcast, right? So I'm like, yo, let's package up your podcast. Let's put it on a jet.
Okay.
Because people don't necessarily pay for the thing. They pay for the feeling and they pay for the experience. They can shoot a podcast anywhere, but who can go on a jet? As a matter of fact, who can shoot a podcast episode on a jet, document the whole thing, get an experience, and get the video and get the interview, and have that forever that you can then go use it to monetize while you just developed a relationship with someone that you can probably make money with.
So it's like all those different experiences wrapped up in one.
Yeah, like I spoke to a gentleman today, right? He wants to investigate on the podcast, and he was like, I don't know if I want to. He was like, he wanted to go on Brad Lee, right? I'm like, well, Bradley's going to be an investment. You know, it's probably going to be like in a 5-figure range or whatever like that. And he's like, well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. I'm like, bro, okay, how much is your offer? He was like, 25,000. I'm saying, okay. So if Brad, I said, go with me here. Let's say it cost you $20,000 to go on Bradley's podcast. Let's just say, I don't know, but let's just say, right? Your offer is $25,000. So if you close one deal, wasn't it worth the investment? He was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But bro, guess what? You have the relationship forever. If you and Brad connect, you might partner on something, right? He now knows who you are. You got 60 minutes worth of content. You probably did a tour of his office, possibly, right? And you got all of this content of you being edified on his platform. That's worth more than $20,000 if that was the case. And you close the deal, at least one.
Wow, yeah.
Right? So people got to understand that once you add media to anything, it's going to literally like blow it up. How are people knowing me now? From your platform. How you showing your platform? It's media, bro.
You're right.
It's leverage.
It is, man. But one thing you touched on I want to ask you about too is, you know, it sounds like you've built a really powerful network over time that has allowed you to like not only leverage media, but to leverage those relationships. So, you know, a big part of our platform is helping people build their network and increase their net worth through, strategic networking, our events, our newsletter, and all of that. So what would you say has been, you know, your key networking strategy in terms of building that network that you have now? Word.
This in the podcast, bro.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give all the level up viewers a cheat code. And matter of fact, you might get like an influx of like DMs just because I'm about to give them this strategy.
Word.
So if you're in a level up community or if you're interested in going to a level up event, this is the best way. And you can actually use this for other events too. But this is the best way to not only get Ryan's attention, but to network with the high level movers and shakers in the room. you go to the event, or you hit Ryan up. You say, hey Ryan, you know, you got a level up event coming up over here. You know, whatever your next event is. Would you mind if I came to the event, interviewed the speakers, the hosts, you know, got you some testimonials, you know, whoever you wanted me to interview, and I gave you the content? Would you have a problem with that?
Not at all. No.
Would you mind if I brought my camera person, or maybe it's just me, and I'm just gonna move around the office, move around the event. I'm gonna interview all these people, get all the content, and then I'm gonna share the content photo with you. Would you in exchange for that, would you let me come to the event?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, boom. Now I'm in the event for free.
Right. And might give you a couple guest list passes too, you know, for your people.
There you go. And you gave me access to the high level people in the room. You're probably going to interview me and say, hey, listen, this is our media for today. This is Brendan. He's going to be giving, you know, between everything we got going on, make sure you connect with him for a quick little 2-minute to 5-minute interview. You know, basically he's going to talk about what you got going on, and also, you know, give a quick little testimony for the event. It's going to even make you look high level, because now you giving them more value. And now you know that you're getting all this content that you didn't have to pay for. How does it benefit me? I just built a relationship with you. I just got access to your event for free. I'm meeting all the high level people, and if I'm savvy enough, I'm gonna leverage that content into data, name, numbers, and emails. I'm gonna let them know that, hey, I can also do this at your event. I got the speakers in my phone, the hosts in my phone, production in my phone, guest speakers, authors, entrepreneurs, networkers, investors. I got them all in my phone. Wow. And all I did was give you value first.
Wow. That's fire. Yeah.
So now this right here, your phone with a $22 tripod from Amazon, possibly a light, or if it's well lit, you don't even need a light. You definitely need a mic, maybe like a $50 to $80 mic. I recommend like Rode or DJI.
Okay.
And you good, bro. You're going to be happy. Whoever hosting events is going to be ecstatic. They got content and coverage for free. Everyone was interviewed, and then you got connected with all the high-level people in the room for free. And now what you did was you invested in leveling up your net worth.
Wow. That's amazing, man.
Yeah, so if you get a bunch of DMs, just let me know.
We shall see, hopefully. But I would say, you dropped a lot of game on networking, the power of that, leveraging the power of media, but you've built a huge event of your own, you know, actual tour. You all are touring nationally to multiple different cities. How have you turned, I guess, your podcasting platform into something that happens live and in person? And tell people a little bit more about like what it's going to look like here in New York.
100%. So we've done about 6 events in New York. You know, my partner, Charles Noonan, shout out to Charles Noonan. Shout out to Building in Birmingham. You know, he's doing some amazing things in the community in Birmingham, helping people, you know, build, develop, acquire real estate, build their worth. So you definitely got to shout out to him. But we've already had people coming out, right? So what I like to do is I like to create a educational based platform that's also entertaining and gives a lot of value. My whole thing is you're not going to leave this room the same person. If you leave this room the same person, you might as well leave now. Right? Because I can only give you new information, or you can only learn new things if you have the capacity to learn.
Gotcha. So
what we're going to teach you is how to monetize media from any industry, how to leverage media in any industry to teach you how to get access to the movers and shakers and more money, right? How to develop products and services for your podcast or for your media department, for your company, right? That does not have to rely on sponsorships and brand deals, right? We help you identify the gold and the gaps, which are really the areas in media where you can make money. It's kind of like, well, if I want to go to the NBA, I know there's only, 410, 420, you know, like slots. Right. But how many actual jobs and opportunity are there in the NBA? I could probably make more money in the NBA as a sports agent than I can as an athlete. So that's gold in the gap. I can probably have 10 athletes underneath my agency and make that percentage off of all their deals by negotiating their deals. I'll be richer than an athlete without the injuries. So podcasting is the same thing. Why rely on a brand deal or sponsorships or a network where you can build your own products and services and make money, or look at the areas in which people need, because all podcasters need the same thing. What you say earlier, editing, production, possibly branding, equipment, coaching. There's so many areas where you can monetize by just, placing yourself in the gold and the gap area, right? So we show and identify that. That's just on the media side. On the structure and scaling side, we teach you how what? We got my guy Trevor Kale, who's gonna teach you how to structure your business, how to scale your business, and if you're a veteran, get access to 100% of your disability so you can get more money for life from the government. Then we got Dr. Nestor Rodriguez. What he does is he teach you about performance health. Because all of us, bro, you got the Lambo body or the Ferrari body or the Bugatti body, right? You got to fuel it. But most people don't treat themselves like that. They're going to eat the BS food. They're going to drink the BS, liquids or whatever. And they're not fueling their body. So guess what? They're lethargic, or their health start to deteriorate over time. They don't got the energy that they once had. So he's going to teach you about performance health, wellness, and how to really optimize and be a high-level producer. All of that's in the tour.
Word. It's fire,
so you're going to get all of that. And then New York's just, like I said, it's a magical place. So every time we come here, it go crazy. So it's going to be a lot of great energy in the room. And what I would expect, if you come to this event and you come with the right intention, you're going to leave a different person. You're going to learn how to monetize media. Word. 100%. I think it's perfect for your level of audience.
I think so too, man, because the way we frame ourselves and market ourselves is that we're the source for helping professionals, leaders, and creators, right?
Yeah, that's
and
right up the alley.
In my opinion, everybody is a creator at this point.
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean? And like you said, you almost have to think of every business as a media company, because just to market yourself to people, you have to use media. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be there for sure. And
I can show them how to get their studio for free.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us more about that.
$20K, $30K studio for free.
Straight up? Okay.
Yeah.
That's fire, man. So one thing I want to kind of start to wrap it up here, man, but you mentioned right now that you're in New York for this tour. Why would you say New York City specifically is a powerful place to build a media brand right now?
Man, that's a great question. I mean, you and I can go Times Square right now. We'll be surrounded by media. And NASDAQ's right there. You got the digital billboards everywhere. Like it's damn near the capital of the universe, right?
Word.
Remember what wasn't TRL out here?
I think so.
Was it 106 and Park out here?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. So you got some of the biggest shows of, a piece of time stamped here. Don't they do the Today Show out here or something?
I do. Yeah. Good
right.
Morning America.
So media's happening right in front of people. So the energy's always gonna be here. And honestly, like, people gotta understand, whether they believe it or not, whether they want to understand it or not. You have this phone. You're a media company. What's really popular right now? UGC, TikTok Shop, affiliate marketing. People are turning on their phones and they're doing live streams, testing out products and telling people how they feel about products. People are tuning in and they're buying.
Wow.
Honestly, I think that's one of the perfect jobs for like, if you got a partner that's a stay-at-home partner. Like, look, you're gonna buy all this Amazon stuff anyway. Light your phone up, get a TikTok account,
right.
Get an Amazon affiliates account, stream on YouTube, and just bring the bread in.
Word.
Everyone's a media department right now. If you're not doing that, you're saying no to money.
Word. Man, so what would you say is, like, as a person who has navigated this space, what would you say is next for you, man? Where are you trying to go long term? And the reason I ask that is because with our platform, we're trying to get people in the room with high achievers like yourself.
Right.
We're trying to, like, show them your journey, but not only that, but, like, give them the play on what they can do next to kind of level up. So, like, what would you say is, like, the long-term vision for what you're trying to build and do, and how are you planning to get there?
So right now, like, with the tour, we're looking just to grow and scale this. So we want to make sure that this is all dialed in, because next year and the coming years, I want to help other entrepreneurs either launch their own tours or just come with me on tour. So we're dialing that in. Secondly, I love teaching, strategy, and coaching. So that's always going to be something that I'm going to be doing. And then one of the areas I want to get into next is buying businesses by leveraging media. So think like Ryan Reynolds. So if you think Ryan Reynolds, what Ryan Reynolds does is he buys businesses and then he leverages media to make those businesses more valuable. Have you seen the soccer team he just bought?
I haven't. No.
All right. So he bought this soccer team, right? It's the city is Wrexham. It's a town in Europe.
Okay.
He bought it for $2.5 million with a partner, right? He created a show on FX. Welcome to Wrexham. So that's media. He built media around the show.
Wow.
That show, he sold it for $4 million.
Sheesh.
So he bought the team for 2.5. He sold the media that he created. That's a digital asset for 4 M's.
Wow.
And while doing that, guess what he did? He raised the value of the team. So now jerseys is more valuable. People want to go to the games, concession, merch, right? They're developing a new stadium, viewership. I even want to go to Europe and see them play. Right? So he's building real fans.
Wow.
Remember Hard Knocks from NFL?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Right? Or remember when I forget the name of the show, but ESPN had their own version of that too. It was over like 10 years. It was a while ago. I forget the name of it. But that stuff, media makes you buy in. Why do people go crazy for March Madness? Because they're on the edge of their seats. They're bought in, and that's from media. So it's super powerful. But yeah, that's like long term. That's what I want to do. I want to buy businesses, but I want to leverage media just like Ryan Reynolds. So Ryan, if you're watching this podcast, listen, we gotta get you on the show. We gotta collab, bro. We definitely gotta lock in. I definitely want to meet him. He got a really, really fire strategy.
That's fire. And he also has, I forget the name of the organization, but he has like a organization for creators.
Yeah.
I know one of the people that work there, but they spoke at a conference. It's a conference coming up called the Out of Office Tour Summit.
Okay.
And he had a representative there last year from his media company. I just forget the name of it, but he's like empowering creators as well to kind of build their platforms.
2 other people I would just note to watch that are doing this in real time is Cody Sanchez, who's also in media, and she's leveraging media to buy businesses, but she's doing it more so on the educational, where Ryan's doing it more on like the ads and entertainment, right? And then homeboy that's here in real estate, you know his name,
Ryan Serhant.
There you go. I just served it up.
That's what's up.
Right? He's showing you in real time. He went from Bravo, $1 Million Listing, to doing his own shows, to launching a podcast, to running commercials. Right?
The Netflix show.
Digital products. He's showing you in real time. He built his whole brand across media.
You're right.
And realtors still afraid to post.
That's crazy. Shout out to my boy Curtis Quao, who actually runs the New York Real Estate Entrepreneur Mixer, which is an event we share a lot. And he works for Serhant. So he's been doing some media stuff too. But you're right, man.
They need to get me there, bro. I need to be at the next one.
Absolutely. But I want to go through just a few quick rapid fire questions for you, man, to wrap things up. So we talked a lot about relationship building, networking, building an audience, all these different things you drop so many gems on. But first question is, small audience with a strong offer or a big audience with no offer?
Oh, come on, man. Small audience with a strong offer all day.
Okay.
You ain't going to make no money with a big audience.
Because
now you're relying on the platforms to pay you. They're going to switch up the algorithm. You're going to lose your account. Then what you going to have? You're going to be depressed.
You're right. With the big audience.
With the big audience or no audience.
Dang, that's a good point. Next one is audio versus video in 2026.
Video all day. Okay. At the end of the day, people think a podcast is video. They forgot that a podcast was audio.
Good point.
So if you're like, I got a podcast, and they're like, okay, what's your YouTube? No. I'm on Spotify. They ain't even gonna listen.
Word.
So you need to be on the video wave, because streaming is taking over. So you got to be there.
Word.
Video all day.
Okay. One platform creators should focus on right now.
YouTube. Yeah, all day YouTube, because this is the thing. We're in a trust recession, as they say. People can trust you faster on YouTube, and people are searching for things on YouTube. So if they're searching for answers to questions they have and they can't find your video, they can't know you, like you, and trust you, nor can they get their problem solved. So YouTube.
I like how you said that. Know you, like you, trust you. So the long form content over time gets people to trust you more to buy what you got.
What's something that you want to buy
right now?
Or something that you recently bought?
I just bought a this drum set that's like, it's like a electronic drum set where you don't need to hit the actual drums.
Yep.
It's AI powered or whatever.
How long did it
You
take
could
you to
just-
make that purchase?
Man, as soon as I saw somebody with it on Instagram, and I was like, what in the world? The woman was playing the drums, and it was just in air, but you could put the headphones in and hear it. I used to play the drums for my church, but I don't want to buy a whole drum set. And I'm like, it was just 2 sticks, and they were like electronic drumsticks or whatever. And so I went on Amazon. It was like $150. I'm like, man, I can have a whole drum set sound in my crib without the equipment. So I bought that in like 10 minutes.
First of all, you need to send me that. I'm
Yeah,
about to
it's
buy that
dope.
right now. That sounds nasty,
Super dope.
right? But I'll tell you what, that's a really good example. You're an outlier with that particular product. Most people don't buy the first time they want to buy something. It takes them a week, some days, a month. They know they want to buy it, but they don't pull the trigger because they need more information, or they need to convince themselves that it's worth it, or they got to trust the brand or trust the person that they buying it. The reason why I'm saying that is on YouTube, that can happen fast, because if I watch 10 minutes of your video, or if I watch 3 10-minute videos, I just invested 30 minutes of my life learning about how you are breaking down this thing that I want to learn. So if I watch, let's say I want to buy a house, and I watch 3 videos you breaking down real estate that's in New York. I'm like, oh, I like him. I want to buy a house. Let me see what he got going on. Okay, let me click that link. Let me fill out the form. Yeah, bro, I just watched 3 of your videos. You were talking about Tribeca. You was talking about Brooklyn. You was talking about, Washington Heights. Yo, listen, I'm looking to get a crib in Dumbo. Can you help me? Because I know that you're knowledgeable and I trust you. I like your cadence. I like your energy. I like your flow. You know what I'm saying? I connect with you. You can't do that on Instagram the same way, because the content is micro.
It's quick, yeah.
Right. But on YouTube, I'm going to spend 8 to 10 minutes with you.
That's what's up, man. And shout out to, tell us your YouTube channel again before.
It's Brendan Boyd, ITSBRENDAN BOYD. I drop content on there every single day, giving value on how to monetize.
Dope.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all subscribe to Brendan Boyd's channel. And
I would.
Also,
Give me to 100, y'all. We got to level up.
absolutely. And also tap in with Level Up in NYC on our YouTube as well. Make sure you subscribe. 2 more quick questions for you. What would you say is underrated in the creator economy right now?
Man, I think people's value, how they value themselves, is very underrated. I think that they don't think that they can make money fast, and I think it's a self-belief. So everyone's creative, like you stated earlier. So I think that believing that I could monetize from my phone, that I can monetize my gifts, that I can monetize my skill set, I think is super underrated, because everyone can.
Got you, man. And then last question for you is, what would you say is the number 1 reason somebody should be in the room for the podcast, The Cash Tour, on April?
Man,
18th.
I feel like I done gave you, how long this podcast been? I feel like I done gave you the link for this podcast. But if you need to know, you're going to level up your mindset. You're going to learn how to make money with media. You're going to learn how to structure and scale your business. You're going to learn how to leverage media and build a business out of it. And how to, like I said earlier, like I teach you how to get a studio for free, like a $30,000 studio for free. You're going to learn what you really need to you're going to learn what you really need to know to go to that next level in the media space. And there's not another tour right now that's teaching the information that we're teaching when it comes to monetizing media at all. So they need to be here. New York, pull up.
Word.
And actually, if they click the link below, they can use your link. Use a Level Up affiliate link, pull up to the Podcast The Cash Tour. 50% off,
Word.
by the way.
Okay.
They can use the code Brendan50, BRENDAN 50, and get a ticket to the tour.
Fire. Yo, man, I appreciate you dropping so many gems, man. This has been incredible. We're a media company, so we see ourselves building New York City's #1 media company for networking and career advancement for very ambitious people.
Yeah.
And I feel like you just helped us all level up just with the game you dropped, man. So appreciate you. We will be at the Podcast The Cash Tour, so definitely grab your ticket. Get that ticket in that link below. If you haven't already, subscribe to Level Up in NYC. That's www.levelupinnyc.com. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok. We're on all the socials at Level Up in NYC. Want to thank Brendan Boyd again for dropping so many gems, man.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
If you really want to level up, you got to make me the official Level Up media correspondent. You know what I'm saying? So randomly, it could be monthly, quarterly, whatever. Bring me back. Give me some game. Absolutely. I think that'll be fire. And definitely let me know next time you're gonna do a live show. I would love to pull up.
Fire, man.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
love to have you too.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming through, man. And we're going to stay tapped in and make sure y'all continue to level up.
Podcast@castor.com. Click the link below. I'm gonna see you guys in the room. Let's get it.
Absolutely. Appreciate it again, brother.